Good morning. Some of you might remember being made aware of targets to aim for at work. Enthusiastic managers would say encouraging things to energise us to do even better this year, term or quarter. One expression a friend told me she heard was, "We must all wriggle in our own skin," whatever that means. There's a lot of encouragement on the television at the moment to keep exercising both our minds and bodies. We've all seen or read about the wonderful people who've walked or run for charity, sometimes with severe physical problems. Their endurance and perseverance are astonishing and extraordinary. They are heartwarming stories and they lift our spirits in these restricted times. There have been some calls to exercise that I've found very helpful because they've been more realistic and taken into account the fact that people can be put off if too much is required of them. I've got a few exercises that I try to do each day that take no more than 5 minutes at a time and can be done practically anywhere. I feel much better now that I'm not trying to do too much. A teacher said years ago, "Don't say you're going to practice for an hour a day. You won't do it and then you'll feel you've failed. 5 minutes of meaningful practice is achievable and something you won't mind doing the next day and the next. And after a week, you'll have done 35 minutes and most likely notice the difference. And what's more, you'll probably do a bit more each day because there's no pressure and you'll be more in control." I remembered to suggest that very strategy to my pupils when they were flagging a bit with their practice. Having goals or targets to reach is a good thing. It keeps us on our toes. However, whatever we do, it shouldn't have the adverse effect of making us give up in despair when we set the bar too high. And during Lent, we all try to give up something or do something extra. But how many of us fail and then feel guilty? In Matthew chapter 6, we read, "When you fast, do not look sombre as the hypocrites do, for they disfigure their faces to show others that they're fasting. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face, so that it will not be obvious to others that you are fasting, but only to your Father who is unseen. And your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you." Well, I'm not aware of seeing anyone going to those lengths to show how much they are suffering during Lent. I think most of us keep a fairly low profile and keep our actions between us and God. Well, whatever we do or don't do during the coming Lent, let's remember what Jesus went through when he was in the wilderness and pray that he will give us the strength and willpower to walk with him and to try to do what we can to make Lent a meaningful and powerful time of renewal for us all. Amen.